You join us trackside for the first ever Pirelli Navarra Round as we build up to a race one. This weekend we reach the halfway mark in the 2021 campaign, and so far the title race is finally poised. This man, Michael van der Mark, will have a new teammate in the 2022 campaign. He'll be joined by Scott Redding on BMW machinery.
Joining BMW, replacing Tom Sykes, and a big statement really by BMW.
Ray still the series leader, but as we've said previously, just 3 points now his advantage. The bulk of that 37-point lead swallowed up in Most. Locatelli comes through for third position, and Scott Redding is away faster than Jonathan Ray. It's Redding who leads in the early running. Ray running a little wide. Locatelli tries to squeeze through, coming through the tight turn 3, the slowest corner on the circuit. Now it's Ray who's on the attack with a jab down the inside through turns 5 and 6, and now through the right-hander, and it's Jonathan Ray who's found his way back to the front. As Locatelli goes in very, very deep there, that's going to cost him his advantage over Toprak. Paulson and Mercado both going down. Ray gets it stopped, but he's very deep on turn number 9, trying to hold back Scott Redding, and Redding with an opportunity. And it is Scott Redding who is on the mark, and he is through at the start of lap 6. On lap number 6, Locatelli with a big moment there, and that opens the door for Razgatlioglu.
That's Chaz Davis that's gone then.
Alvaro Bautista has gone down once again into turn number 1. He's in the slipstream, he's got the pace advantage, and he makes his move into turn number 1. Garrett Gerloff is released into 9th position.
And a big moment for him.
Scott Redding, who's set to move away to BMW in 2022, must be scratching his own head at the moment and thinking, what on earth is he doing? Because he's looking possibly the best we've ever seen him. It's Scott Redding on the number 45 Ducati. Went 13 races without a win. It's going to be back-to-back victories for him. The first ever Pirelli Navarra Round. Race 1 goes the way of Scott Redding. Three riders have locked out the podium on 6 occasions this season, including the last 3 races consecutively. Championship leaders Jonathan Ray, Toprak Razgatlioglu and Scott Redding. And it's Redding who's the man of the moment. He scored more than half of this season's total since leaving Donington Park, dropping only 25 points in the last 7 races. No room for error though from here on in for Scott Redding. Jonathan Ray and Scott Redding were side by side once again. It's Scott Redding who leaps Toprak Razgatlioglu, looking menacing.
This is the section where Jonathan Ray, though, is very strong.
Jonathan Ray is the master of the Super Pole race. Ray moving across. Underbraking for turn number 9. Jonathan Ray, they're going a little bit deep coming off 9. Redding will have the inside for turn 10. Scott Redding squeezes through at turn 10, and Razgatlioglu is going to try and come through on the pair of them. Ray diving back through now into turn 11, and Toprak is going to be able to mug Redding as well, and that works out quite nicely for Jonathan Ray. But now it's Toprak Razgatlioglu who's on the march, and Jonathan Ray has got a different rival. They bump as they come through turn 2. Redding is going to capitalise ahead of turn 3, and it's Razgatlioglu now who's relegated back down from 1st to 3rd position. And Scott Redding powers off the final turn at the end of lap number 3, and it's Redding now who once again takes the lead. Andrea Locatelli to make that move to recover 4th position from Alex Lowe. Redding wins it, Ray over the line for P2, but what an effort that was from him.
No. You scared me in D1 and then
I like it.
I built this. I don't like it. I was scared.
20 races have gone. We now head into the second half of the 2021 campaign. Scott Redding bidding for his first triple as he continues to home in on the 2 series leaders.
Well, the one thing that could shake up the order is if anyone's able to get in front of Scott Redding, upset his rhythm, see if they're able to battle with him and just distract him as much as anything else, because Redding's had the edge so far this weekend. The Ducati really has been able to come to the fore and use the strengths of that bike.
Getting some problems further back down the order. Kota Nazane raising his hand. Tito Rabat isn't in position. Rabat's supposed to be starting directly behind Kota Nazane. Immediately the riders up at the front of the grid raising their hands in frustration.
The only way these bikes are cooled is by running through the air, and once there's any sort of delay, the temperatures spike right up. It becomes a bit of an issue for the riders, and
they're slotting him into position at the back of the field there. Lights are on. Lights are out on race 2 of the Pirelli Navarra Round. Chaotic build up to this one, but we are underway. It's a good start from Toprak. Razgatlioglu moves through to second, and it's Pata Yamaha 2 and 3. Ray has been beaten up in the early stages. He's relegated to 4th position. Scott Redding takes the lead. Razgatlioglu wide. Lowe's is through, because Locatelli lunges down the inside of Scott Redding into turn 5. Redding repays the compliment, and Toprak's got through as well. Jonathan Ray tries to recover on Locatelli. Razgatlioglu does the same on Redding. Toprak it is who leads. Locatelli almost off the bike as Alex Lowe's runs very, very wide. He's going to lose 2 places to the 2 BMW riders. Gerloff on the opening lap of race number 2 looks to have gone down, and Chaz Davies as well. In race set up nicely for a jab down the inside. Luca Myers has now been awarded a double long lap penalty. Alex Lowe's has now got through for 6th position on Michael van der Mark.
And around this Navarra circuit, what we've seen is, unless a rider makes a mistake, it's actually very difficult to pick up more than a couple of tenths of a second a lap.
Throughout the Kawasaki days of his career, big moment for Jonathan Ray. The start of lap 19. Toprak Razgatlioglu leads by 8 tenths of a second, and Scott Redding now moves through for 2nd position, but Ray dives back through into turn 2.
Redding all the way around the outside.
Oh, that was incredible from Scott Redding. What a sensational performance this has been. It's going to go down as among the best of his career, against the grain of form this weekend on our first visit to Navarra. The Pata Yamaha boys are delighted, and rightly so, as Toprak Razgatlioglu brings to an end a fairy tale weekend for Scott Redding.